Hey, what's going on everyone? Matt Jarbo here with 3 Buck Theater, and I just have a very simple question to ask you. Has Disney Plus just hit the wall? And I ask that because here we are, about 4 months into the release of everything, right? And it's been an interesting few months. We've seen The Mandalorian come and go. We're currently in the final season of the Star Wars, the Clone Wars, which has nowhere near the amount of popularity that has been, at least that I've been able to see, that The Mandalorian did. The Mandalorian took the internet by absolute storm, and yet here we are with this revived Star Wars animated series giving us the final lead-in to the Revenge of the Sith, and yet I'm not seeing a lot of people talking about it, and those who are talking about it are enjoying it. But they're also not feverishly talking about it like people did with The Mandalorian. And other than that, Disney Plus hasn't really had that much. They have the Diary of a Future President show, which I have no desire to see personally, but I haven't heard anyone talk about it. I haven't seen any of the trades review it, and it just kind of feels like it's there. Not to say that it doesn't have viewers, but I'm sure Disney, like Netflix, isn't going to release internal numbers, especially if those numbers are negative. What they're talking about now are subscribers, but they're not talking about the numbers of what's watching a lot of the shows. So when you look at what's out for Disney Plus that's original, you've got, Noelle, which was a film that they had made that didn't want to go to theaters, and they dropped it on Disney Plus, starring Anna Kendrick and Bill Hader. It was actually pretty cute. You got that new Timmy Failure movie, which I heard was pretty good, but again, no one I know was talking about it. And they even did The Lady and the Tramp, which again, no one is talking about. It came and went. Which leads me to ask the question if they have hit the wall. If they have hit the wall in the way that I think that they have, people who are subscribing to Disney Plus are definitely doing it because of certain niches. And that might be why what we're seeing is a lot of that information dropping about these prequel shows. Oh, the Beauty and the Beast prequel series about Gaston and Le Fou in the war. It's a 6-episode animated or a musical comedy. Really? You're taking the bad guy from one movie and you're going to be making him the good guy in a TV show? This isn't Scorpion King and The Rock. It's not going to work out in the way that you think. Or to quote Mark Hamill from The Last Jedi, this isn't going to go the way you think. Not only that, but the Home Alone reboot, Cheaper by the Dozen, all the things that they want to take and turn into shows for Disney Plus just somewhat feels like an absolute waste of time. Now, granted, the demographics for those are going to be children who are watching a lot of the content that came from Disney XD. I would assume that a lot of the people that are watching Disney Plus right now that are on the older side are watching a lot of the animated movies they grew up with. I have 2 children, both of whom are under the 2 years old and 7 months old, and believe me when I say them, Toy Story and Monsters Inc. are practically on freaking repeat. So I've watched those movies a lot in the last couple weeks, and I'm not upset. I love the franchises. But it does lead me to start to ask the questions like, who is this for? Now, someone like Captain Midnight has come out and done like a mini documentary talking about Disney Plus, saying things along the lines of like, it's still a complete mess and they have really updated it with much, and that is true. I mean, right after Christmas, they did remove both Home Alone 1 and Home Alone 2, which again, makes sense just, holiday speaking. But it was, because they had other arrangements for those properties that were previously made before Fox was sold to Disney, so they have to wait to get those back. And things like that are always going to happen. But again, it's been 4 months and we haven't really seen much of true value coming to the platform, at least from an adult perspective. Kids, it makes sense, right? Kids are going to be the primary backbone of what makes this service tick for a long time. But you still have to find something to keep their parents interested in, because that's the one thing Netflix does better than freaking Disney Plus. Netflix has a lot of content for a wide demographic of people, and they've also got the subscriber count to back that up. Disney, though, is currently working deals with a lot of different telecom companies as a way to fast push new subscribers onto the service. But I still actually have to ask the question if they're gonna run the risk of alienating a lot of those people, those potential customers down the road, when they stop bringing anything new onto the show. I mean, look, you can watch all the Pixar movies you want for the past 25 years on repeat, and Lord knows I do. But after a while, you start to realize that you've run through all of the Pixar movies. You know, and there's a lot of them, but they're easy to go through. Same with Star Wars. They have they have 7 of the, or 8 of the movies on there right now. Soon Solo, I think, or maybe Solo's on there now. I don't know. Soon The Rise of Skywalker here. You know, they're getting back all the Marvel movies. But again, once you go through all of those, you're wanting something new. That's why they're looking to Marvel Television as a way to, I think, really solidify the base. And that goes to show you the problem with Disney Plus. Kevin Feige has a lot on his plate right now. They're developing, they're shooting The Falcon and Winter Soldier. They're almost done filming that. You've got WandaVision has wrapped up filming, and both of those shows come out this year. You've also got, you know, Loki's currently filming, that comes out next year. You're going to get Miss Marvel, you're going to get She-Hulk, you're going to get Hawkeye, you're going to get Moon Knight. There's a lot of shows on the horizon. And these are meant to be limited event series that are going to hopefully really solidify the base of the Marvel fan base and put them as long-term subscribers to Disney Plus. But the more people I talk to that are older that don't have kids have told me that they're just canceling their subscriptions for right now and waiting until a show comes back that they want, and then they'll renew their subscription. And this happens a lot with like HBO and other services when they do a show like that. And that is smart on Disney's part to space them out so people continue to let that subscription renew month to month. But it does go to show you the overwhelming problem with a streaming service like Disney Plus, one that didn't dawn on me right off the bat when they first announced it, because I figured kids would be the primary consumer of the product, and given how much that they watch, at least how much I know I watched of Disney movies when I was a kid, how much my siblings watched, I was like, yeah, no, there's totally not gonna be a problem. But that was stuff when I was a kid, when we had fewer things to choose from. Nowadays, you know, you can jump over to Netflix, and they've worked with DreamWorks Animation to produce like 8 seasons of the Trolls animated show, which is surprisingly good. The Croods animated show, which is surprisingly good. They've got Voltron, which is like, I think, a bunch of seasons of that. They have a bunch of anime on there for other people. They have so much variety that you can see why people would still keep paying for the monthly Netflix subscription, whether they have kids or they're single or they're in a relationship or whatever. But Disney Plus is currently hitting that wall where they dumped a lot of content, not all of their content. They're going to piecemeal a bit more of it out. But after a while, people are just going to go, wait, I already own these movies. Like, you know, why am I paying more money for even the accessibility? And again, I want to go back and talk about the whole data cap problem, because I figured out a way to get around that issue. I turned off the 4K HDR on my TV, but my sister didn't, and she had the same problem I did. So she actually is spending more money through Comcast to get unlimited data to be able to watch the Pixar movies in 4K UHD, which transmit data at about 15 to 20 gigabytes an hour. And that is another thing that's eventually going to really bite Disney in the butt, is the fact that they have these high-def shows that people are going to watch on repeat that are in 4K HDR and with no ability to alter the resolution in order to help alleviate the extra cost that families are going to have for these particular services. And if you start to lose families over the cost of streaming, you know, there's a lot going on. Now, I do want to point out, I do want to say, they are currently in like the early phases. They're in the first 4 months. Things are going to change. Things are going to be altered. Things are going to grow. But right now, it does look like they have effectively hit a wall that fans and subscribers are just going to have to kind of sit through for the next 6 months or so, until we get more Mandalorian and we get Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I think, in August, WandaVision in December, and whatever else is going to be coming at the end of the year. But it goes to show you that they're kind of forcing Marvel to put out more shows in order to fill up that time to keep people paying, because I think they also realize that there's a large problem here. Anyway, I leave it to you guys, your thoughts, your opinions. Let me know down in the comments below. I do look forward to what you guys have to say about this one. If you made it this far, do me a solid and type Disney in the comment section so I know you guys made it. And please be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, hit that bell. And also, if you want to become a channel member, you want to join on the madness, a link is in the video description. I'll talk to you guys all later. Have yourself a great day, and peace out.